bait of the day. Bright red black spot head and tadpole. It's just about the end of the season to be throwing a color like this. But this is a great late winter, early spring kind of pattern. Might still work in your area today. But this is not what we're here about. We're here about something else. So you ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. I try to make fishing simple for everybody. Today's topic, Tennessee handle on a spinning rod versus a contemporary handle versus a conventional handle. That gets all kind of cattywampus, don't it? Tennessee handle is basically this. You just got a straight cork grip. This is not a permanent mount. I still have some finishing to do here on this rod. But you're using two reel seats. You just kind of push them together, put the reel up here. Now I've modified this to where I can get this reel as far up here as I can because I like to hold the rod blank in my hand. And sometimes I even move up here a little bit. I don't like a lot of length back here. I'd rather my length be on the rod and keep it as light as I can. This rod blank here weighs, I think, 0.8 of an ounce. That's light. But I like the Tennessee handle because you put just a little bit of tape back here just to keep it from moving back. The front's not going to go anywhere because I've got that, sanded to where it stops. But yeah, this is my favorite setup right here for a spinning rod. Just something simple like this that you can use, and I have just enough back to where I can get the force I need, but it's not in my way, and I can just about keep it in front of me the whole entire time. So I'm standing right at you, I can keep it right in front of me. So that's kind of why I like that kind of handle. A conventional, you don't see much anymore. Conventional is when I started going to the foregrip. And this doesn't come apart unless you actually will loosen this part. But this is what you call your conventional setup. And I like this too because it's not a very long handle. I can still hold it pretty much in front of me and fish with it. It's just the foregrip goes a little bit more, but I can still get my finger on that rod blank and feel what's going on. I can still move my hand up too, right above that, and still be balanced. So I can do that too to even make the rod even lighter. And I still get enough of this back here to get that hook set if I want to. The last one is your standard reel seat, like we have here. This is an older one, but this is just a standard, like your standard Fuji type reel seat with the back thumb screw. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that when you throw a spinning rod, you actually use it left-handed because you're used to your casting rods with your left hand. I know a lot of, I would say probably majority of guys that are right-handed that fish a casting rod with their left hand, 9 times out of 10, use their right arms. I don't know how they do that, but they use their right arms and move the cranking over here and fish it that way. Now, with this back thumb screw, I'm going to give you a tip that's going to save you much headaches over the years and aggravation, cha-cha-cha. Because I'm left-handed when I hold these reels, this screw gets caught in my palm as I'm setting the hook, or as I'm working a lure, or as I'm casting or whatever. It will work itself loose. How many times have you had the reel come off? Or you're fighting a fish and realize that your reel is loose? and that's not good. But I will give you a tip that I found that works really, really well. I just kind of ran across it by accident, tried it one day, and realized, hey, this really works. If you take this tension knob, take it all the way off, mark where it sits, take you some plumber's tape, the little white plumber's tape, wrap that thread pretty thick with the white plumber's tape. Then you force that screw back on or get it into those threads and work it back up there. Like I've done this one. And look here. I can't even move it. So, I mean, that's just, no matter what I do, it won't come off. Now, if you build your own rods and you're left-handed, you don't have to do this. Just flip it over. Put the thumb screw up here. That way you won't have that happen anymore. There's an idea, huh? But this is if you're left-handed, guys. And you don't have to get aggravated with this stuff. But those are the 3 ways that you can throw a spinning rod. And that's, to me, is just the easiest way to fix that issue right there if you're left-handed. If you're right-handed, you're not going to have this issue because you're going to be right here the whole entire time and you'll be pretty much tightening. If you're left-handed, you'll be loosening as you're moving your hand around. And I don't like that. So I ran across the plumber's tape deal. You get the hardware store cheap for $1, something like that. Just keep it around. It works really good for your reel seats. If you have bait casting equipment, the old Fuji style, that keeps coming loose in the front or whatever, try it on that too, because it'll work. And it comes off. I mean, it's not sticky, so it comes off. So then you got the traditional reel seat, and you got the conventional, and then my favorite, which is the Tennessee. But that's just me. You might not like a Tennessee. You might not like conventional. You might not like that. You might maybe come up with something else. Don't know. There's other reel seats out there. But that's when you're getting into rod building, when you want to start doing custom seats. Another thing too that I've done, I've taken old rods like this and stripped the parts off back here just to change the reel seat assembly. And you can do that using bench grinders, you can, files. I mean, just whack-a-mole that sucker without harming that blank. But I've done it. But you have to be very patient with it. You can't just bulldog it. But that's what I have on that, guys. Something short and sweet. I just wanted to pass that tip on to you about the plumber's tape because I know that these are the 3 main rods that you run across all the time. And you're probably scratching your head and wondering, well, what do I use where and what's best for me or whatever. Just play with them. Listen to yourself. That's this whole entire thing. Listen to yourself. See what you like better. But that's all I got on that, guys. I hope this helps you out. I hope that tip helped you out because it's definitely helped me out big time. Until next time, guys, may the Father bless you and keep in Yeshua's name. And as always, fish on.